What's going on, guys? This is Bobby Douglas, and this is just the second half of the Kentucky-Vanderbilt game where we're taking a look at Saben Lee. Did pretty well in the first half. I'm excited to see what he does here in the second, and let's get right into it. So remember, he's going to be number 0 in black for Vanderbilt. He's in the left corner right now, being guarded by Ashton Hagans. Again, here he is being used off the ball with Scottie Pippen Jr. playing on it. And I do think because of that wingspan, he is pretty versatile in the backcourt, especially on the defensive end as well. Nice back cut from Lee, just couldn't really handle the pass. And it's going to be a turnover against Vanderbilt. And here he is guarding Hagans. And again, Hagans isn't a big-time shooter, so there's not really a need for Lee to be guarding him all the way out there. But, you know, I do like the overall intensity that he does bring to the defensive end. And it looks like we got a foul here. I'll skip this. That's really good anticipation. Again, that was a little 2-on-1 weak side action, and Lee had to kind of pick his poison right there. Ultimately picked the right poison, and it turned out to be a steal. Really nice play from Lee, and then right there, really nice job getting E.J. Montgomery up in the air and drawing free throws, and we will watch him shoot right here. Lee was a 75% free throw shooter, so remember his three-point shot leaves a lot to be desired, but 75% at least gives me some sort of confidence that I'll be able to shoot it. You see right there, knocks that one down. And we'll dissect his form more closely on this second one. Here we go. And again, you can see there's a little bit of a hitch. It almost looks like his wrist. Let me see if I can do it. Almost looks like his wrist kind of cocks back a little bit before he fires it. And so I just kind of think smoothing that out would really help his NBA chances. The only issue is that he is a junior, so, you know, you feel like he would have fixed that by now if he planned to. So that's just something to keep in mind. And you will skip ahead here. Looks like it's going to be a lane violation against Kentucky, so it's going to be Vanderbilt ball again. And I don't know what we're doing here. Here we go. So here's Lee with the ball in his hands. Not much going on here in terms of Vanderbilt's offense. He's going to cut through, go to the weak side, come around on the pin down. Good job from Tyrese Maxey kind of denying that pass. And here he is on the ball again. You can see Maxey just in his grill. Let's see what he does here. That's a nice pass. And again, we mentioned this in the first half. His basic P&R skills and reads are there, as we saw right there, leading to the and one, or the travel, it looks like, actually. But, yeah, the travel. But overall, I do like his passing ability. I think he averaged around 4 assists per game at Vanderbilt, which doesn't really look spectacular on the eye test, but I think his overall basketball IQ is very solid. And here's Saben Lee. Ooh, probably could have drove. So again, there's the hitch. He made that three, but again, you can just see he's not really confident about it. He had to hesitate before he even thought about shooting it. Once he does shoot it, very little lift off the ground on his jump shot. It looks like he's taking a free throw right there. And so again, that really is going to be the swing skill for him. If he can just not get a perimeter, if he can just get a perimeter jump shot, I think he has a very, very good chance at sticking in the NBA as a second-round pick. But right now, that jumper is just so far from being NBA ready. So I worry about his overall role in the NBA. He's going to shoot another one. Good pump fake. And again, the hitch again. Missed that one pretty badly to the left and off the backboard. Good shot fake, though. So, yeah, you can see right there. So, Lee wanted to jump that drive, so he was forcing Hagans towards his right. And Hagans took that opportunity. Again, that's just kind of a blown coverage on Vanderbilt's part. It's not really on Saben Lee himself. So, he's in the corner. Missed drive on Scottie Pippen, and there's Tyrese Maxey. Oof. Looks like we're going to get some free throws here. And here we go. So Lee's in the right corner. Looks like Kentucky's in a little bit of a press, and then now they're back into a man-to-man. They have Emmanuel quickly guarding him now. And so, yeah, again, he doesn't really have that mid-range game either in terms of his off-the-dribble skill, just because it does take him a while to load up and fire that jump shot off. He's a really terrific driver and finisher at the rim. It's just a matter of being able to get that in-between game down a little bit more. Those pull-up jumpers, are really important for a guy his size trying to stick in the league. And then obviously the three-point shot, which we've mentioned several times already. That's Dylan Disu, I believe, missing that shot. And here comes Kentucky. So now they got Saben Lee on Emmanuel Quickly. Right there, that's just another blown coverage by Vanderbilt. Not really anything to do with Saben Lee. So here he is guarding on the ball. Again, that time kind of just gave up on that screen. That really can't happen at the NBA level. I would just say, needs to be quicker getting around that screen. I understand that he's coming from a weird spot because Higgins could use that screen. And we'll watch it again right here, but if we get to watch it again, yeah. Or this is Scottie Pippen Jr., but again, needs to do a better job staying attached on that, I would say. We got all this going on. Yeah, here we go. Got to add one here. So here's on the ball. And again, somewhat of a loose handle, so maybe he is better suited off the ball. The problem is he can't really shoot yet. So, you can see Tyrese Maxey can kind of just reach in there and get a hold of the ball for a second there. I do think his handle looks a little bit slow at times, looks a little bit lackadaisical. A little bit too high of a dribble for my liking. Doesn't really bend his knees or arch his back on a dribble a whole lot either. And there's a block from Disu. And Vanderbilt's coming back again. And here we go. Let's see what Saben Lee does here. That's a nice little drive. Good job getting it over Nick Richards right there. And again, just recognizing the space and then taking it straight off of a curl right-handed finish for a floater. And again, that's some of the stuff. Those are some of the finishes that I would like to see more from him as he goes to the next level, just because I think that will suit him extremely well in the NBA. And there's a little bit of a tighter handle. Let's see what he does here. Yep. That was a really good setup by Saben right there. So basically he looked for that initial roller, number 50 for Vanderbilt. Couldn't get to him. Passed out to Disu. And that ultimately led to a swing. Led to a basket scoring opportunity for Vanderbilt. And that was all instigated by Saben Lee's just overall prowess right there. I think they call it jump ball before that. And here's Lee again. Again, that time, way better job. Way better job staying attached on that screen. Actually got a hand on that pass/shot from Ashton Higgins. That's the type of energy that I like to see from him on the defensive end, and that's why I like him so much. Because with that length, he does have a real chance to just harass perimeter handlers in the pick and roll, as we saw right there. So again, that's just part of the one of the things I like about Saben Lee. I think we're not gonna see it again here, but I will skip ahead. Yeah, here we go. And there's Scottie Pippen Jr. with a nice finish. So again, Lee's chasing around Emmanuel quickly. That time kind of died on the screen, but did a nice job kind of just offering that late contest with his right hand. I think he might have gotten a hand on the ball, actually. But again, I'd like to see him be a little bit quicker out of screens. Like right here, he just kind of looks uncomfortable with the ball in his hands. You can see Tyrese Maxey's really doing a number on him in just terms of his confidence in handling it. You know, whenever you see guys go to that, whenever you see guys out there turn their back to their defender, that's when you kind of know that you're in their head. And you saw Saben Lee do a little half spin right there for a second. And then you can see Saben Lee just kind of playing within the scheme. Yep, and that's exactly what Vanderbilt wants to do. So Deesu did a nice job getting over, actually, and Saben Lee did a nice job executing the coverage, because the whole point is to not let somebody go back up the middle. That's a perfect example of what I've been talking about all day. Just trying to force Ashton Hagans or any Kentucky ball handler towards the corner, towards the baseline, and away from the middle. There we go. Good job dodging that screen. And again, good, solid defense. Really nice job from Saben Lee right there. Hagans probably could have gone up with that, but overall, I really like that he stayed high and wide. You know, moved his feet really well. And that was a good overall sequence for Saben Lee right there. Net. Ooh. So Saben Lee top of the key pick and roll. And right there, that's another example of his kind of loose handle in traffic. And there's Keon Brooks with a horrible miss. And it looks like E.J. Montgomery's going to get the foul and one. We got a media timeout here. Tucky's putting on the press. Let's see what Saben Lee does here. And again, kind of gets just kind of flustered almost when faced with any defensive pressures. We saw right there, barely got that pass through the trap. So now he has a big on him. I'd like to see him go at E.J. Montgomery here. Let's see what he does. Yep, good recognition. Yep, really nice play from Saben Lee. Let's see if they hit the three. They don't, but I really like the play. Immediately gets the ball back, decides to go at E.J. Montgomery, which is the right call. Gets him up in the air and then finds an open shooter for a good three. Good look at a three, just couldn't really capitalize on it, but I like that. Like that overall play offensively from Saben Lee. And see right there, so that's exactly what they don't want to do if you're Vanderbilt. It's just let Ashton Hagans go middle. They said Kentucky did a nice job kind of rescreening that, and it's on the screener's man there to kind of just cut off that drive. Nothing really could happen there, though. So you can see right there. So number 13 needs to be switched over and be guarding Ashton Hagans. And that's when the whole no-middle concept really just falls apart. They got lucky with a charge right there, but that's just where that's the vulnerability of a no-middle scheme. What's going on here? Ooh. Ooh. Big time three. And again, this game is pretty close, actually. I think Kentucky ends up winning it. And here we go. See, I don't know who they called the foul on there. I want to see who they call that foul on, because I thought Saben Lee did a nice job kind of just trying to dig down and get a cheap steal. But I'm not sure if they called a foul on him. It shouldn't have been a foul on him based on what I saw. We'll watch it again. So here we are. Quickly's going to come off this curl. I don't know where the foul is. Yeah, I don't know who or how or where. That foul was called, but I like that activity defensively from Lee. Here's Lee on the ball, going to get a ball screen. Let's see what he does here. Again, another nice job just kind of breaking down the reads, just kind of, checking all of his options. Wanted to get number 50 down low on the roll, couldn't find him, immediately kicked it out. So again, he's good at making those quick, rapid-fire, basic-level decisions. And so I think that's important just to have that type of processing in, like, just drilled into your head. And so I do think Lee does have that, which I think will be positive for him in the NBA. Here you go. It looks like he's going to be lifting up. And you see Maxey just bothering him. That time Lee did a nice job getting... Ooh, that's a nice play. Really nice job spinning away from traffic right there and then getting downhill towards the basket where he finishes over the longer guy. And again, he could do that because of his vertical athleticism along with his length. Remember, around a 6'8" wingspan it's supposed to be around. So that's very impressive. And so just a nice overall sequence from Lee right there. And he gave Vanderbilt the lead back. Here we go. He's on the ball. Not much going on there. I think that was, let's see. So I want to say Lee's out for a brief moment here. Yeah, he's out for around a minute of game time, so I'll skip ahead to 104:57. There we go. So yeah, just immediate timeout, so now we got the under 8. That's just a total defensive collapse on all levels for Vanderbilt. Yep, they had him. Ooh. So you can see he does have that explosive verticality. It's just that was a bad pass. But it was a nice action set up by Vanderbilt, I'll say. And remember, when we watched Aaron Nesmith, Vanderbilt ran so much of its offense for him. You know, they would put him in hammer actions, elevator screens, pin downs, everything you could think of. And now they kind of had to readjust because Nesmith just didn't waste, but he just used up so many of their offensive possessions. And, so other guys had to step up. Saben Lee does. Obviously average 18 points a game. So, Vanderbilt has been kind of screwed by injuries the last 2 years. Remember last year, Darius Garland was considered he went top 5 in the draft, and he only played like a game or two for Vanderbilt since he tore his meniscus. So they've had some injury misfortune. And obviously you have the decommitment of Kenyon Martin Jr., who they had. He did commit to Vanderbilt, but then he decided to go pro. And obviously we watched a video on him about him at IMG, where he played on that post-grad team. So yeah, just like a series of unfortunate events for Vanderbilt basketball. So it looks like Vanderbilt's in like a 1-1-3 right now. Now they switched back into looks like now it's a traditional 2-3. So here we go. See what they do there. Yeah, this is all just zone defense, so Lee's obviously responsible for that upper left side. Kentucky kind of just sliced right through that, though. And so we got a foul on Maxey here. Vanderbilt's going to be in the bonus, so I'll watch him shoot some free throws. It's 1-1, it looks like. Knock that one down. And again, the hitch is very evident, I would say. I think he's 4 of 4 tonight, so. So again, Vanderbilt's in this zone, this hybrid, maybe like a 1-2-2 something. And again, Kentucky's just kind of beating the crap out of this zone. That's 2 wide open shots that they've managed to get out of it when Vanderbilt was in the zone. So they probably should be looking at something else. Good pocket pass right in the middle of the pick and roll. Yep, great pass from Lee, and good finish from Disu as well. And Nick Richards is gonna, looks like we got a foul. And here we go.
Possession game.
Don't know how that turned on. And here we go. So Saben Lee again being pressured by Tyrese Maxey. And you see him kind of go to that protective dribble in the backcourt. So I do think he gets bothered by pressure a little bit. Ooh. Would have liked to see him probably commit to that back cut right there. Maxey was doing a really good job staying with him. Good dribble move. Nice pass from Saben Lee. It initiates a wide open look. Vanderbilt's going to miss it. And again, you see again that kind of explosive vertical leaping ability combined with that length. Went up and almost grabbed that rebound. Again, that was a really nice pass driving towards the baseline. And again, the simple reads, he's really proficient at making. It just, he doesn't really have that next level, that special passing ability that was displayed at the college level by some of the elite guys like Cassius Winston or Malachi Flynn, people like them. We got free throws here, so skip these. There we go. So it's a little bump and run for Saben Lee. And again, just when they put Tyrese Maxey on him, Lee's really struggling to get any separation. Ooh, maybe he could have had a cutter right there. He's going to hit the 3. Again, that one was really hitchy right there. That one, it was a very slow release. He was wide open, maybe overthought it a little bit. And again, you just see he barely bends his knees on his jump shot. Really doesn't jump that high in the air. It's almost like a set shot, so I'm not a huge fan of that jumper. I think it's going to need a lot of retooling. That was good defense, but it's just a matter of Tyrese Maxey making a good shot. But back to that jump shot, I think it's going to need a lot of retooling if he really wants to stick in the NBA. Just make it more fluid, more clean. Just iron out the kinks. Things like that. Here he is with the ball now. Yeah, it's just in the right corner. And there's Scottie Pippen Jr. and 1, it looks like. And that was the Maxey floater. Really good play from Tyrese Maxey. We will skip these free throws, and it should be, yep. So again, Lee's playing pretty good defense on Hagans. Again, nice job moving his feet. Can go under those types of screens just because Hagans is a non-shooter. Here he is grabbing the outlet. Good job not forcing any of those passes. That's what he does here. Good job attacking the basket, drawing Maxey in. That's a really nice drive when there was really nothing going on in terms of Vanderbilt's offense right there. Saben did a nice job just kind of penetrating and getting Tyrese Maxey off his line just enough to kick it out for an open 3 or semi-open 3. Just Disu didn't knock it down. But again, I do like his overall creation ability off of the drive. I think that's one of his stronger assets. You can see right there using his length to kind of just bother Emmanuel quickly on that little curl. And we're approaching the final. We got a timeout coming up here, so I will skip ahead. So right now, I don't know what happened there. Oh, it's live. Wow. Saben Lee probably should have been a pressure release right there if I had any say about that. He kind of just stood there. It was clear that the initial action was not open. So here he's on Higgins. See how he navigates. So again, right there, that's got Scottie Pippen Jr. I don't know what happened. Yeah, you could tell he's very confused because I don't know what happened. That was just a totally broken down defensive scheme right there. I think they had Scottie Pippen Jr. on Nick Richards, and it was just a whole mess. Again, that's another one of those things where it maybe looks like Lee was not in the right position initially, but then you look at it and the way Vanderbilt guards pick and rolls, like Lee was playing it right. It's on the guy guarding the screener to be in the right position, and Scottie Pippen Jr. right there was not. So we're doing the same thing, it looks like. Let's see. Oh, no, it's going to be a little slip. Oh, they wanted for the back door, and they got it open. Wow, that's a really good play. Again, so you can see this Vanderbilt defense definitely is susceptible to a lot of lapses. I think that's pretty clear from watching this game. And again, I think it's the first year running this new system, so maybe the second, but yeah, I think they need to either run it better or just kind of abandon it because they really aren't. And we've seen teams run it well. Baylor runs it really, really well. Texas Tech runs it really well. Those are two of the best defensive programs in America. Vanderbilt, I don't know if it's just a personnel issue, a coaching issue, or what. It's like we got a timeout for Kentucky. I'll skip ahead here. Here's Leon Higgins. So right there, Lee maybe jumped a little bit early on that pump fake, but he did recover well, and he got a late contest up there, so that was at least that he stayed into play. Final 20 seconds right here. My guess is that they're going to foul one last time. Maybe not. Yes, they will. Or they got a timeout for Kentucky. Never mind. So let's see what they do here. Not much going on. Yeah, they're just going to run out the clock. So I'll pause the video right here. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Sorry it took me a while to get the second half out. But I'll try to upload them in the same day or at least back-to-back days instead of waiting 2 days like this one. But I'm still just getting adjusted to school and stuff. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I think Saben Lee probably goes undrafted on my board. But, I do think he has intriguing tools. So it'll be interesting to see what team picks him up if he goes somewhere overseas and plays well there. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.